Good evening, Fernwood. My name's Neil, and you are joining me for day 30 of my 325-day trip through the entire soap opera, Mary Hartman, Mary Hartman. We're heading into February 13th, 1976's episode. Let's do a quick recap. Mary told May that she could have Tom. Tom told Mary that he was going into counseling. Mary told Tom she's not going to go to counseling with him. Dr. Hastings told Charlie that Loretta will never walk again. Cathy told Martha and George why she quit her job. George told Cathy, Martha, and Steve that he was going to get violent. We're heading into Friday, February 13th, 1976's episode. Let us begin.
This is no time for you not to be here. Oh, thank goodness you're here.
Yeah, I'm here. What's the matter? What are you doing here? I was over at Loretta's.
Why? She's in the hospital.
Yeah, I know. That's why I was there. I mean, I wasn't visiting. I was cleaning. She's a lovely girl, but you would not believe.
Oh, yes, I would. That's why I'm here. Things are just so unbelievable.
Oh, well, then you've seen the way Charlie keeps house. I just saw Tom. Maybe we're both busy then.
Yeah. Oh.
So tell me now, what's so unbelievable?
My job. I quit.
Your first day?
My first customer. Only I wouldn't call him a customer. He was a freak. Oh, it was so humiliating. Do you have any Diet Pepsi?
Oh, sure. Listen, it's probably just low blood sugar. It happens during any kind of an emotional upset.
Yeah, it makes you feel yuck.
Diet doesn't have any sugar.
I know, but it tastes like it does. Well, anyway, listen, I was in a massage parlor, and this weird guy comes in, right, with this valise. And in the valise, he had this meter maid's uniform and 4 feet of rubber hose.
Oh, my God. That's sick.
Oh, Mother warned me. Why didn't I listen? Now Daddy's over the baseball bat.
What do you mean, with baseball bat?
He went out to kill Mr. Babataglia, the owner of the massage parlor.
Honey, it's not that I'm trying to defend the man. It's just that when you go to work in a massage parlor, don't you think you can expect something unusual?
I'm a very trusting person.
That
Anyway,
place was
I came over
sketch,
here
though.
to see if
Let
you
me
and
just
Tom would
say.
go down there and stop Daddy.
Wait a minute. You mean you really think he's going to kill him?
Yes, Mary. Now, where's Tom?
Oh, well, I'm not talking to Tom. I mean, he's been just impossible. I mean, imagine thinking that I went over there just to see him. I mean, there I am standing there with a dust rag in my hand and no makeup. And then he has the nerve to ask me to go with him to see the psychological counselor of the plant. Tom is in the wrong here, and he's trying to share the blame with me.
Takes 2 to tango.
I mean, I am not responsible for Tom's mistakes, and I'm not going to embarrass myself by going through the ordeal of discussing a failed marriage with some man who is obviously going to take the man's point of view. I am not. I'm simply not.
Come on, now let's just sit down here and you can tell me what's on.
I decided not to talk about it.
Let me guess, just to help you get the old pump primed. You're having trouble with a little woman, right, old buddy?
Yeah, hey, how'd you know that?
Your marriage is on the rocks and you're feeling insecure as a man.
Hey, come on, I didn't say that.
I like to get right down to the nitty gritty and fight it out.
Hey, come on. What if someone hears?
What if? That's half the problem. People spend their lives being afraid of all the ifs and the maybes. And nothing you've done is so bad that people won't accept it as just being human.
Right.
So you just go ahead and you tell me what's on your mind and I'll just listen.
Well, my wife and I haven't been...
Making.
Hey, come on, wait up. Why don't you get right down to the nitty?
And the gritty. Tom, my specialty is understanding.
Well, you see, there was this other woman, and I kind of liked her, and she liked me, and it was just friendly, like,
And you went to bed with her.
Jeez.
Your wife find out? So naturally, there was a perfectly human reaction on her part.
Yeah. Yeah, especially after I told her I'd picked up this social disease.
Wait a minute.
What do you mean, wait a minute?
You mean to sit there and tell me that you gave your very own wife a social disease?
Well, yeah, but we had shots. I mean, I didn't mean it.
I know you didn't mean it, but my God, that is the lowest. And a man giving his wife a social disease, well, that passes all understanding to me. That is so disgusting. I have to get up and walk away from you, because that's my gut reaction. And nothing else would be honest.
Oh, Mr. Hagers,
Oh, hi, Doc.
I was wondering if I could talk to you a minute.
Loretta's waiting for
Well, it's about your wife. Well, frankly, they'd have my hide if they found out.
Who?
The doctors on the staff, and well, especially Dr. Hastings. He's my superior, and
Wait a minute. You mean Loretta's Dr. Hastings?
he bungled your wife's operation. It's a cut and dried case of professional negligence. I mean that Mrs. Hagers never needed surgery in the first place. Well, a careful view of the x-rays show that. And so Dr. Hastings went in looking for something that wasn't there and caused the damage that's responsible for your wife's being paralyzed. At least that's my feeling. Mr. Hagers? Well, I just had to say what was on my mind. Have a good day.
I'm confused that the x-rays showed bone splinters and stuff in her back.
What's the matter, honey? Is the coffee no good?
Oh, sure. Fine.
What'd they tell you?
Not much. Oh, what do you mean?
Here, why don't I just get...
No, honey, no. You got to stay where the doctors put you. You just have to wait.
Why shouldn't I just hop right out of this bed and just show them that there ain't nothing wrong with me?
Because of the complications.
What complications?
Well, there will be complications. I mean, the doctors said you can't rush it. You just got to wait.
Well, I'll tell you one cotton-picking thing. I ain't too crazy about this waiting.
A person who has lost control of their legs
Oh, Pa, you don't know what he's like.
That's what
would
I
be able to
kept trying
tell if they
you
were
when
lying
you
in bed.
No, I mean when he's mad.
Oh, what's the difference when it's made? He just does it louder, that's all.
Oh, he has such a violent temper. He could hurt himself or somebody or himself.
George? Oh, he's too old to play baseball.
No, as a weapon, and went down to that massage parlor. I'm just afraid he'll kill somebody. Oh, that awful look on his face.
It's his hemorrhoids.
George's hemorrhoids?
Oh, he's so full of hot air, they've gone to his head.
Come here.
It's the first time they've said hemorrhoids out loud on the show.
This is Shumway. You're looking for Raymond? Oh, that's who I would have guessed.
Hi, Roberta.
Oh, you're so sweet. You always lift my spirits.
You want a peanut butter sandwich?
No, thank you. Do you remember the other evening when I took you to dinner and all my supposed friends from work were there snickering and talking behind my back because I was with someone older? Well, this afternoon, I had a fight with my superior, Mrs. Hildebrand. She said I was fraternizing with my clients.
That's
Well,
actually
if you
true.
go out on dates with them, I could understand why she was upset.
She told me I was fired. So I just went right out and I got the first job I saw an ad for, selling Feminessa beauty products door to door. If I can just learn to ring without fear and not smear my lipstick. Why won't you listen to me? Why won't you believe me? Daddy is going to go down there and murder Sal Babataglia.
Dennis.
Oh,
So many characters this episode.
I thought it was Dennis by now. I'm not calling it a bad time, am I?
Yeah, pretty bad. Huh? Depends on whether you're interested in murder or simple assault.
And I was hoping that we could have dinner this evening.
Oh, this evening? Oh, I couldn't.
Sure you could. You and your husband are separated, aren't you?
Could I tell you something?
Yes.
You won't be cross with me?
No.
Goodbye.
Afternoon. Yeah? What can I do? What you got the bed for? Fathers of innocent girls looking for an honest day's work. Thought you kicked, huh? No, listen, you Tootsie Roll. I'll dust up this place. Get down! Hey, I'm a cop.
Mr. Shumway.
Detective Johnson.
Mr. Shumway.
You two know each other?
Oh, sure. This is the guy who was the father of the broad. I mean the lady who was held hostage in the Chinese laundry.
No kidding. Well, I guess it takes all kinds, huh? Who's this?
Sal Babataglia, honest entrepreneur whose civil rights are being violated.
Oh, yeah? Well, you're the creep, then, that's victimizing all these innocent girls, right? Well, hey, what are we doing?
Hold it, Mr. Shumway. This is a raid. If you get in our way, we'll have to charge you with obstruction. Okay, get him out of here.
Gotcha. Come on, let's go.
We're cracking down on these places. We're arresting the owners and the girls and the customers.
Well, it's about time. When my daughter came home tonight, when I heard about these places where young girls could...
What's that, Mr. Shumway? Do you want to tell me something about your daughter?
What, my daughter? No, not my little girl.
Now, if you can't tell me what you're doing here now, Mr. Shumway, I'm going to have to take you down to the station. You can tell us there.
Well,
would you turn around, sir? Hands behind you, sir. Do you ever wear spikes? Mm-hmm.
Alrighty. Literally everyone who works in a position of authority in this city, with at least one exception, appears to be pretty out there. Tom's counselor was not able to listen past his basic moral gut instinct. That's problematic. If you go to someone and they stop listening to you after they hear one thing that disgusts them. Dr. Hastings has botched the surgery on Loretta. Charlie is seeing that as good news. Before that, he had no one to blame for how Loretta was not going to be able to walk again. And now George got arrested. And not for violence, but for just being in a place that was getting raided. Also, Dennis is pushing in on Mary, who honestly, at this point, should not be ready to go out with anyone. And that's not based on my moral judgment, but based on watching her reactions to all of the stimuli that are going on. She's just not ready. That ends week whatever of Mary Hartman. Thank you for joining along, and we will see you next week in Fernwood.